Hello, everyone out there in Rumble X and YouTube land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I, of course, am Diego. And we're going to talk some more about Babygirl. That's right, Babygirl from last year. Yeah, Nicole Kidman, Antonio Banderas, and who the hell else is in it? Some other people I've never heard of. Okay, low budget movie, erotic thriller. You could say it's like a women's fantasy, like a 50 Shades of Grey type thing, you know. Where the lowly young intern dominates the boss bitch, highly successful debutante billionaires, you know, who owns the corporation that he works. This is a load of crap. Okay, this is just female fantasies all the way. Nothing against that. It's fine. Females, they love their sexual fantasy movies. Okay, I get it. I just reviewed every goddamn episode of And Just Like Crap. I've reviewed every goddamn episode of Sex and the City. Okay, what I do here is I give you a straight man's point of view. All right, whether you like it or not, you're gonna get it. Okay, straight up, baby, with no lube. There ain't no lube here. Don't ask me for any. I ain't got any. You'll never see any. Not in here. Not here. Okay, you're gonna get it straight up, baby, the way you like it, and the way Nicole Kidman likes it in this movie too. From what I can tell. Okay, I'm not done watching it yet, but I've already watched half of it. Okay, so I know where it's going. All right, and I can predict where it's going to go. All right, so far you've got this sexually frustrated 49-year-old played by a 57-year-old. Of course, she's a boss bitch. Okay, what other kind is there in Hollywood? There is no other kind. Okay, she owns her own corporation. She has a private jet. She has a summer house, a vacation house, a rich penthouse in Manhattan. She wears, $20,000 worth of clothes to work every day. Her salon, her spa has everything. It's like a spa for billionaires. Okay, she likes to jerk off to S&M porn. That's every woman's experience, right? Okay, she's sexually frustrated with her husband that she's been married to. We find out for 30 years. Yet her kids are 16 and 12. What the hell? Okay, at her age, her kids should be in their 20s or 30s. Okay, not 16 and 12 still living at home. Okay, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, okay? And of course, her face is all Botoxed up. It's actually part of the movie. They show her getting her Botox injections in the movie. Nicole Kidman, eat your heart out, okay? I know that, in real life, she doesn't want to advertise that. You can just look at her and you can tell that she's had work done because she's trying to stay young. We even get a little nude shot. We get the typical cliche, the butt under the moonlight, walk, that all the movies do, or they did back in the 90s. Well, she does it here. The problem is she's got no ass. Okay, Nicole Kidman's got no ass, man. Bitch, you need to do some squats. Okay, they got all that shit now. They got the pelvic thrust with the barbell, the hip thrust, They even got the machines that do it now. You don't have to put the barbell on your lap anymore. They got machines that do it now. You got the standing squat. There's so much out there that you can do to curve up that ass, and you've got enough money. You've got enough personal trainers and dietitians working for you. They can, just for that one scene where you got to show your ass, okay? And I'm sorry, you got a chicken ass, Nicole Kidman. You do. You got a chicken ass, all right? You can't really be, criticizing your husband's lovemaking, when you yourself don't exactly look perfect either, okay? It's kind of like the pot calling the kettle black. Okay, let's not forget that you're both in your goddamn. I think Antonio Banderas is 60 years old. I'm not really sure, but you're both are fucking old. All right. So why the if you're gonna get mad at me for criticizing her, okay, for her looks, okay, she's 57 years old. Oh, what the hell are you doing judging her that way? Okay, what the fuck is a 57-year-old woman doing a sexual erotic thriller for then? Okay, what the fuck is her problem? Not my problem. What's her problem? Why does she need to put her ass out there for everybody to see at her age? Why does she have the need for all the world to watch her faking her orgasms, okay? With her tiny little fake titties and shit. Showing off her skin in a fucking movie at her age. Okay? Why does she feel the need to do that? Okay, that's the real question you need to ask yourself instead of fucking judging me because I judged her. Okay, get the fuck out of here. She's a public figure. Okay, she's a fucking public figure. Okay, Antonio Banderas is 65 fucking years old. 65 fucking years old. He's doing an erotic thriller. Like, dude, man, I think The Wall hit both of them. Okay? And it sucks because I love Antonio Banderas. I love him as Zorro. Okay, I'm a huge Zorro fan. All right? Those Zorro movies were great. Okay, they weren't that great, but I enjoyed them. I really did enjoy them. I loved them. I watched them over and over again. Okay? Even though he technically did not play Zorro, he played the Zorro's protege who took up the mantle. Okay? Anthony Hopkins actually played Zorro. He played Don Diego de la Vega. Whereas Antonio Banderas played Alejandro Murrieta, okay, who did not exist in the books. That's a different thing, okay. But it sucks that he's been reduced to this, to the guy that gets cheated on, okay. Because your career is based on what you do, your body of work, okay. If you're lucky enough to get to play Captain America, like in a very successful series of Marvel movies, okay, you've got a legacy, okay. If you're lucky enough to have played, like a Han Solo, okay, in a movie, and then also played like Indiana Jones, okay, you've got a legacy, okay? You're going to continue to do work, okay? Because those characters are popular and you portray those characters, all right? That's how that works, okay? If you were to make a movie, let's look at like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, okay? Can you imagine? He's also got a legacy. He's played lots of famous characters. Okay, Marcus Hobbs in the Fast and Furious movies. I loved him as the Scorpion King. Yes, I'm that old. Okay, I love The Rock. I used to like him a lot more than I do now. All right, he's got a legacy. He's done stuff. He's got a body of work. Okay, now can you imagine a movie where The Rock plays like a prisoner? Okay, which he's done before. He's this guy who gets wrongfully accused of a crime he didn't commit, and he ends up in prison. And now he's got to deal with all those psychopaths. Now imagine that movie. This has been done before, but imagine that movie where Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson gets raped in prison. Just imagine that movie, okay? How do you think that's going to affect the next movies that he does in his career? Okay? But he was just acting. He wasn't really raped. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. He got raped in a movie. How is that going to affect his future roles? What is someone going to think when he shows up in Moana 2, the live action version? What are the dads going to think when they see him on screen? I guarantee you they're going to think about him getting butt fucked, okay, by a bunch of big dick fucking NBA prisoners, okay, in San Quentin. That's the first thing they're going to think about, is him getting raped in that movie, okay? And they're going to think about this when they see the trailer for Moana 2, and they're going to be like, nah, I don't think I want to see his movies anymore, okay? You know why? Because his image got tarnished. It's the image that sells the tickets, okay? Not the actor, it's the image. The reason nobody wants to see Chris Evans, the reason he's got to play Captain America again in the new Avengers movies is because people don't like him in other movies. They don't like see him playing other characters. You know why? Because when they do, they remember all the interviews he did where he said that everybody who don't want to see homosexuality in a Disney movie, then they're dinosaurs, okay, and they're gonna become extinct just like the dinosaurs did, and we don't make our movies for those people, you see what I mean? So basically, anybody who voted for Trump, no, he wants nothing to do with them either. Okay, he's been pretty vocal about this. Okay, so is Mark Ruffalo, so is Robert Downey Jr., so has a lot of these Avengers people. Okay, from the Marvel movies. Okay, so now the next time he tries to sell you a movie, hey, come see my new movie where I play this, and you know what's going to happen? The people that remember what he said about them are not going to go see his movie. Okay, why? Because his image is bad. They might go see him play Captain America just to see what he's going to do. Okay, but if he's playing, Jack Smith in some rom-com, or Stewie Doyle in some Christmas adventure movie, nobody's going to show up to see that because his image sucks. Same thing with Will Smith. His image sucks. That's why nobody goes to see Will Smith movies anymore. After the shit that he pulled. And it was a series. It wasn't just one thing. It wasn't just a slap. It was sitting there on his YouTube, on his wife's YouTube channel, okay, getting told that she fucked around on him and him doing nothing about it. Like what the hell, dude? Keep that shit private. The world does not need to know that your wife has been cucking you with your son's best friend. The world don't need to know that. Okay? So what's going to happen now when he made his Bad Boys Part 4 movie? What happened with that? Nobody went to go see it. And you know why? Because all they could think about was his wife telling him that I fucked another guy while I was been married to you. And him just sitting there like that. And then him slapping Chris Rock over it. That's what they thought about. I'm not going to give my money to see that. You know, he's not Marcus Lowry anymore. Okay, Marcus Lowry was a stud. This guy is a fucking cuck. They're not the same thing. Okay? I mean, that freaking video he did. Okay? I like pretty girls. Okay, yeah, all the girls in the video were like in their fucking 50s. You know, and one of them, I remember just one, I don't see the video once, but I just remember that one of those women was doing this. The fucking motorcycle handlebars. And he's just like right next to her, like that, okay? Like the fucking queer boy that he is. The point is image. Image defines your career. That defines your legacy. It defines whether or not you're going to get more acting jobs. Okay? And look what Nicole Kidman did here. Okay? She's a woman who's clearly over the hill. She's scared of getting old. Okay? So she's trying to stop it as best she can. She does what her other rich bitch friends do. Okay? She gets Botox. She gets plastic surgery. She gets her face stretched out so that she can appear younger, so she can continue to act. Continue getting praised. Okay, continue to get the accolades, get invited to the awards ceremonies. Okay, you see what I mean? That's what she wants. Okay, that's what she needs. She needs the people to love her. She needs to be relevant. She can't just fucking retire. Okay, she needs to be the most beautiful woman in the world. And now she needs to be like the avatar for all the sexually frustrated, old, not middle-aged, old women out there that wish they could get the rocks off with some young, well-hung, square-jawed, eight-pack abs stud. Okay, they could get them off, okay? So because in real life, women can't do that. Most women can't do that because they're too fucking old and unattractive now, okay? So what? So she plays the woman that can do that. You see what I mean? Thereby, she's a hero for all the women out there that can't. And there's a lot more women that can't, but wish they could. So this movie solves that problem for you, okay? Nicole Kidman will play you, the sexually frustrated, unattractive, fucking 57-year-old pretending to be 49-year-old, okay, that wishes some hot young stud would come in there, you know, and slip you the fucking, the cock meat sandwich, okay? Yeah, she's going to represent you in the movie. Thereby, you can vicariously live out this fantasy through Nicole Kidman's character, through Romy. You see what I mean? That's how they're going to get people into the theater to see this shit. Okay? And we'll just make it up. We'll just find some attractive guy who just happens to fucking say the right things. He sexually harasses her, but don't worry. In this movie, there will be no consequences for that. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. You see what I mean? And this sends a bad message. Okay? It's not realistic at all. Okay? People lose their jobs over this shit. They don't just get divorced. Okay? But this movie's glamorizing it. Okay? Give me a fucking movie where a guy goes to work, okay, and sexually manipulates his employees to have sex with him, and he gets away with it at the end. He suffers no repercussions at all. Okay? All the married women that he fucked, no big deal. Their husbands forgave her. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine that? It's never going to happen. Okay? Hollywood's never going to allow it because only women can get away with this shit in these movies. Okay? There's no, this is not a category for men. There's no men in this fucking movie. Not from what I've seen so far. Maybe the Samuel will end up being a guy. I don't know yet. Like I've only finished watching half of the movie. Okay? But you know, this is just a fantasy. This is the equivalent of puffing a girl's Peter. You know, that's all this is. It's a two-hour eat out session for women, for sexually frustrated women. Okay, good luck with that. Good luck with applying the principles in this movie to real life and see what fucking happens. Okay, it ain't gonna work out this way, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and the fact, you know, the only problem I really have with this, okay, is that they don't make movies for men like this. Because I guarantee you, if they did, men would watch it. Okay, it would make $1 billion. Because men, you want to talk about, don't fucking give me, ladies, don't give me your fucking sexual frustration. Okay, you have no idea the sexual frustration that men have. Okay, and we're not even getting this TNA shit. Okay, they're not even making movies like this for us. They're only making them for you. You see what I mean? There's a lot of guys out there that would love to have some young fucking hottie show up in my fucking corporation that I built with my own fucking hands. Okay, more than ready to fucking do whatever the fuck I tell her to do. Okay, and to pleasure me in ways that my wife couldn't even think of. Okay, but you're never gonna see that movie because that's sexist. Okay, but you're gonna see repeats of this movie over and over again, and each one's gonna be like groundbreaking. Okay, like, oh my god, here's a naughty erotic thriller. Ooh. Get the fuck out of here with this noise. Just glamorizes cheating on your spouse. Okay, that's all this is. Glamorizes cheating on your spouse. But that's a good thing. And you wonder why guys aren't fucking getting married anymore. Okay, and why high value men do not settle down with women. Okay, you're a fucking option. Okay, those guys that you want, you know, that you want to sleep with, okay, you're a fucking option to them. Okay, you are not a requirement. Okay, I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. You know why? Because most of you watch today, you're mid. You're mid. Okay? Very few women are fucking a 10. Okay? And Nicole Kidman is not a 10. She's as far from a 10 as you can fucking get. Okay? I would put Nicole Kidman at a solid 6. 6. Now, when she was younger, there was one movie I saw her in. It was called My Life with Michael Keaton. She played Michael Keaton's wife in that movie. Okay, and that one I'd probably give her a 7, maybe an 8, because she looked really good in that movie. But that was like, you know, 30 years ago, like 32 years ago or something. I think it was like 93 when that movie came out. Okay, so it was a long time ago. All right, she ain't there anymore. Okay, she ain't there anymore. I'm sorry. It's hard to get me excited over a woman who's unattractive and her orgasms. Okay, she's fucking unattractive. I'd have to close my eyes. You know, and in order to watch a movie, you gotta have your eyes open. So, like, I'm not getting what I want. Okay? She actually had a good idea in the scene where she put a pillow over her face and told her husband to fuck her. He's like, I cannot do that. I feel so bad doing that. He feels like a rapist. He doesn't want to feel like a rapist. Okay? Well, yeah, I mean, I would have done it. Then again, I wasn't married to her. You see? You know, I think the paper bag thing is always a good call. You know, I just don't think that the filmmakers realize that. Because this movie was made by this fucking third wave fucking lesbo feminist named Helena Rain. Okay? And she just, yeah. She's just like not, yeah. She's a failed actress. Okay? Eurotrash. Hates men. So this is her idea of that. Okay? She only likes men if they are, they're subjugated by the woman. Okay? So you got this young stud who, he bosses her around, but the truth is, okay, he's the one getting bossed around. Okay, because that's his boss. Okay? This whole movie is based on the fact that he hopes that this woman won't fucking fire him, you know, or something, or just get rid of him for being a fucking prick. And I don't mean that in a good way, okay? Just for being this arrogant fucking piece of shit guy. You know, you're going to just go up there and just start asking your boss uncomfortable questions, inappropriate questions, and she's just going to get off on it? Are you crazy? What guy would ever fucking do that in real life? You see what I mean? It's ridiculous. This movie just tells you to go with it. She'll let it happen. She'll go with it. Get the fuck out of here. All right. So where we left off last time, okay, yeah, she lets her husband fuck her. She fucks like she's dead, okay? She's frustrated with her husband Jacob, Antonio Banderas, because he doesn't want to fucking to fuck her while she's watching porn, you know, and he doesn't want her to pretend that she's being raped either, covering her face with a pillow, and because that makes him uncomfortable. Okay, now if it was the other way around, if he was pressuring her to do something uncomfortable, okay, and she refused, then she's sticking up for herself. She's being a feminist. She's drawing a line on what her partner can and cannot do. Okay, and if he can't respect that, then he needs to go. Okay? You see, but now it's the other way around. Okay, she doesn't feel comfortable with him, not wanting to fucking pretend to rape her. Okay, to cover her face while having sex because he loves her. So she gets all frustrated. She's like, oh, fuck it, then. Just fucking normal way. Legs up in. Like that, okay? She gets all frustrated because her husband's not getting her off. Okay? The way she wants to get off. All right? She's been faking her orgasms. We already saw that in the beginning of the movie. So she's not happy with her sex life with her husband. Okay? And that's his fault, not hers. Okay? So anyway, the next thing we have here, there's a company party going on at her corporation. It's a holiday party. It's a Christmas party here. She's the CEO of her own company. Okay? And she's at this fancy company holiday party. Okay? And her assistant, her secretary, Esme, who's this black girl, young black girl, she asks her about her name, Romy. You know? And Romy tells her that she was named by a guru and that she grew up in communes. Okay? Like her parents must have been hippies or something. She grew up in a cult, basically. Okay? So, so they named her Romy after a guru named her Romy. Okay? Now, I didn't know if she was being serious or if she was just fucking around, fucking with Esme. I don't know. But that was her answer, okay? Esme tells her, you're such a boss, bitch. I thought you were raised by soldiers or robots. Oh my God, you're like such a tough, strong, ball-breaking feminist. I want to be just like you. You're so incredible. You're so attractive. You're so smart. You're so successful. And this goes on for like 2 hours, you know. The usual shit that they do, these movies do. Okay, Romy is looking around, not paying attention as me. Okay, and she sees Samuel over there at the party. Of course he's there at the party. Okay, and later on, she's out there on the terrace, okay, of her building. So I guess that's like the smoking area. They got like a couch out there and stuff. She's outdoors smoking a cigarette by herself. Okay, first of all, she's smoking, which is disgusting. And I used to smoke, I know, it's still disgusting. Okay, it stays on your clothes, other people can smell it. That right there should have turned off a lot of people, especially in New York. Okay, a libtard fucking city like New York where you can't smoke anywhere. Okay, but no, she's smoking. Okay, and she's alone out there, so we thought, by herself. I guess her husband doesn't smoke. Okay, she's daydreaming while she's out there. And all of a sudden, Samuel shows up there, of course. Of course he does. He shows up there. They're the only two people up there now. He asks her for a light. She gives it to him so he can smoke his cigarette too, because he smokes as well. Okay, he tells her that he hates Christmas, you know. And when she starts talking, he interrupts her. Okay? Okay, and then this lighting, okay, this is outdoor lighting. Not outdoor, this is nighttime. Okay, so you got these little lights, these little lamps on the walls that are lighting the scene here. And in this lighting, okay, Nicole Kidman's face, Romy's face, looks like it's very, very, very much Botox. Okay, Botox out the fucking ass. I don't know what this creature is, okay, wearing a human body, a female body, but that is not Nicole Kidman. That's not Days of Thunder Nicole Kidman. Okay, this is a puffed out face. This is like a Casper the Friendly fucking Ghost version of Nicole Kidman. It is like, what the fuck, man? I'm just like, didn't Keith Urban, your husband, tell you to stop? And if he did, why didn't you listen to him? Okay, didn't anybody that actually likes you, not enables you, likes you, tell you that you've got way too much Botox? Okay, that you don't even look like a real fucking woman anymore? Nobody told her this? Like, what the fuck, man? Come on. You know, I would never let my mom do something like this to her face. I would never let my sister do this to their face. And if they did, if they were going to do it, I would tell them I'm against it. I ain't going to stop you, but I'm against it, okay? Because it's going to ruin it. Because I love her, and I don't want her to fuck up her face, okay? Everybody ages. There's no reason that you should feel so privileged that you don't have to age like everybody else. Everybody ages, okay? And this movie just highlights how much Nicole Kidman is scared of aging, that she's willing to do this shit to her face. Okay, because all her rich, uppity friends do this. I mean, look at fucking, what's her name? Oh, God, who's the worst one? The worst one is Versace, Donatella Versace. I mean, look at that. And these women emulate them, want to be like them. It's ridiculous. You look at like Kristen Davis on In Just Like Crap. Look what she fucking did to her face the first 2 seasons of that. I mean, come on, man. They just got to draw a line somewhere. Just don't do this. Don't fucking do this, ladies. I know you're not doing it for the men. I know you're doing it for each other, for the other women, to impress the other women. But I'm telling you, okay, you look like shit. Just age gracefully. Don't go get down the fucking Melanie Griffith route. Melanie Griffith used to be fine as fuck? And look what she did to her face. Okay? It's just disgusting. It's disgusting. Even Cher was pretty back in the day. Look at her face now. Madonna, don't even get me started on that. I mean, it is ridiculous, the shit that you women do. Look at Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan used to be the all-American girl next door. In every fucking rom-com in the 90s, she was in it. Now look what she did to herself. I mean, this is just, God, ladies, you got to stop this. This isn't the fucking Ozempic. You got to knock this shit out. Okay? You're not impressing anyone. You're looking really bad. Really bad. You're ruining your legacy. Okay? Anyway, she looks very Botoxed up in this scene. Okay? Like no normal guy. If she wasn't Nicole Kidman and this wasn't a movie, no normal guy would hit on a woman like this. Okay? It just wouldn't happen. All right? I sure as fuck wouldn't. You know, anyway, so this is there. She looks very Botoxed up. The company has a mentorship program. They mentioned that earlier. And Samuel chose Romy to be his mentor, despite the fact that she's the CEO of the company. And she didn't even know that she was on the list. It's your fucking company. How did you not know that? Okay? Anyway, so Samuel says like, well, you are on the list, okay? And I chose you. Okay? He's very direct. He's very forward. And this kind of turns her on. Okay? Because he's actually acting like a man here. Okay? Now, me personally, I would not just approach a woman that I did not know very well this way. Okay? Because you're probably going to get slapped in the face. And women you cannot talk to a woman the way you talk to a man. Okay? I could talk to a man this way right up front, especially if I was angry with him. But a woman, you cannot do that. Okay? This movie's telling you that you can do that to a woman and she'll be okay with it. In fact, it'll turn her on. No. No. Okay? This guy is a fucking non-paid intern and she's the fucking CEO of her own company that he works for. Okay? You do not talk to your fucking CEO this way. And how the fuck did he get so much access to her anyway? Okay, this is a multi-millionaire. She's a billionaire, for Christ's sake. How is it that she can just walk around, okay, with no fucking security? How is it she can just walk around to the fucking smoking lounge where the regular employees go to smoke and just strike up a conversation with her? How do these people have that access to her? You see what I mean? This is ridiculous, okay? If you get a job as an intern at Disney, do you think they're gonna fucking let you hang out there where Bob Iger is all day long? Okay, do you think you're gonna be in the same room with fucking Bob Iger, like at a Christmas party or something, dancing next to him? Or hanging out at the same fucking cafeteria? Do you think that's gonna happen in real life? No, it's not gonna fucking happen. Okay? This is bullshit. Anyway, so that's going on here. Okay, her daughters and her husband, they missed all of this. Okay, they're dancing by themselves. They're dancing at the party. Jacob and her two daughters are there. So she finally joins them. Jacob tries to dance with his wife, but she blows him off. She's not attracted to him, obviously, because he can't get her off, but she ain't gonna tell him that. Okay. He even tells her, like, when was the last time we danced together? Like, and she's like, I don't want to dance. You know, damn. And she walks away. She blows him off. He's oblivious to this. He just keeps dancing with his daughters there by himself. Okay? And she just goes to the corner there, and she just stares at Sam. She watches Sam dancing with Esme, the black girl, her black assistant, okay? And at one point in the dance, he drops his tie, falls on the floor. Okay, so remember that. All right? She watched that, okay, and the song that we're listening to is I'm Watching You Kiss Her, which is a chick fucking song. I don't give a shit about it. All right, and obviously she's jealous. She's wishes she could be with a young guy like Samuel, but, she's not young anymore. Okay, despite all the Botox, she's not young anymore. So Jacob tries to talk to Romy at home later on. Jacob's trying to talk to his wife about a play that he's working on about a woman whose desires get her killed, okay? And of course, Romy's not paying attention. She's on her phone. She's blowing off her husband, of course, like usual. She doesn't give two shits about her husband, okay? He points out to her that she calls him, he points it out to her like, I'm trying to talk to you and you're on your phone. And then she looks at him and calls him rude. Like, he's rude. He's trying to talk to his fucking wife and she's fucking ignoring him while she's on her phone. And yet she tells him that he's the one that's being rude. You see what I mean? That's the level of maturity that the screenwriters for this movie have. Okay? Anything that the woman wants that doesn't get is rude. You see what I mean? Anyway, like I said, no accountability. Okay? Nothing, I can tell you right now, nothing that Romy does in this movie is going to be considered wrong. Okay? By anyone that made this movie. It's going to be considered justified and right. Okay? I tell you that right now. This movie has no conscience at all. There's no conscience here. Okay? The typical chick flick movie. No conscience at all. Okay? It doesn't matter what she does because she's going to be forgiven, or whoever got hurt, well, they need to just suck it up. Okay? The reason they got hurt is they're too weak. There you go. Okay? Anyway, he wants some affection from her, you know, and she like hugs him like, but out of obligation, not because she really wanted to. Okay? And he can't really be, you know, she can't really be bothered. She can't be bothered to give him any affection. Okay? You know, and asks if he's, you know, he asks her, because of course he's an insecure limp dick beta male. He asks her, is my play, I mean, am I even relevant as a director? Do you even find me relevant? Am I relevant? Of course, he wears his insecurity on his sleeve. And she tells them we're all irrelevant. Okay? We're all irrelevant. Okay? Okay? And that's right there's the problem. Okay? The problem is he is the woman in this relationship. Okay? He's the emotional one. He's the one that she needs to calm down. Okay? She needs to tell him he's pretty. You see what I mean? She needs to listen to his problems, not the other way around. You see what I mean? She has the masculine energy and he has the feminine energy in this relationship. Okay? Why the fuck would you marry a guy like that? And how could you stay with him for 30 fucking years? Bad enough you have to fucking fake your orgasms, but why the fuck would you even marry a guy like that? You see what I mean? Okay. Why would you make children with a guy like that? All right. Anyway, she tells him everyone is irrelevant. And so what that means, what the filmmaker is trying to tell you is that nothing that she does matters. Okay, nothing that she does matters. Okay, except to the people that you are relevant to. Okay, so there's no accountability. Okay, it's all rationalization. Okay, she says nothing that anybody does matter. So in other words, if I fuck around on you, it doesn't, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't fucking matter at all. So why not fucking do it? Why not do it? Because it doesn't matter. Okay? The problem is that's not how life works, okay? What you do does matter. It matters to the people that you're close to. You know, like your spouse, like your children, like your employees, okay? Like your board of directors, the people that you have obligations to, the people that you have strong relationships with. It matters to them what you fucking do, okay? But this is her way of rationalizing her behavior. Nothing matters, so let's just go ahead and do it. What the fuck does it matter? Okay, that's the way she rationalizes her behavior in this movie. Okay? All right, I'm going to stop right here, but I'll be back to continue my review of this piece of shit movie. I thank you very much for watching this long. I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.